She asked for a friend for her birthday, and the tiny tailless kitten she chose changed how the world saw her forever. In the early 1980s, Koko, the gorilla famous for using sign language, kept asking for a cat. Researchers first tried a stuffed toy, but she signed sad. So for her next birthday, they brought a litter of real kittens. Koko gently chose a gray, tailless Manx and named him All Ball. She cradled him like a baby, groomed him carefully, and signed phrases like, "Soft, good cat." When he resisted being babied, she jokingly signed "Obnoxious cat," a glimpse of her playful patience. Their bond captivated the world, appearing in National Geographic and children's books, because it felt unmistakably tender, a gorilla choosing to care for a fragile life and communicating that care in signs we could understand. Then came the loss. All Ball escaped and was hit by a car. When caregivers told Koko, she whimpered, a gorilla's sad call, and signed "Sleep Cat." It was a moment many saw as clear grief, and it reshaped how people think about animal emotion and empathy. Years later, on her 44th birthday, Koko met new kittens, gently signing "cat" and "baby," holding them close and lighting up again. For so many who watched, Koko's story wasn't just about intelligence. It was about love, caregiving, and the emotional lives we share across species. A one-ton house guest who drinks warm rooibos tea from a bottle and naps by the couch? Meet South Africa's most unlikely family member. Jessica is a female hippo rescued as a newborn during the 2000 floods on the Blyde River near Hoedspruit, found exhausted with her umbilical cord still attached and taken in by Tony and Shirley Zuber. Tony hand-reared her on a homemade milk formula of cream, egg yolk, and full-cream cow's milk, and she grew up sleeping indoors alongside the family and their dogs, bonding closely with humans from the start. Once weaned, Jessica developed a signature taste for warm rooibos tea with a little brown sugar, often served in a bottle, along with sweet potatoes as favorite treats. Today, she lives a dual life, freely moving between the Zuber's home and the river, where she mingles with wild hippos before returning for tea, snacks, and scratches, an unusual rhythm that made her a global curiosity. Despite her calm, affectionate manner with people, she is still a powerful wild hippo, strong enough that the family reinforced doors and furniture after helpful house visits, reminded everyone why safety briefings are mandatory for visitor encounters. Tours are short, supervised, and focused on education. Guests may feed sweet potatoes and offer bottled tea, while guides emphasize caution and Jessica's comfort zone. Her story has been featured by National Geographic, Discovery, and Sky News, and even in the film Mr. Bones, turning her into an international ambassador who simultaneously charms audiences and challenges assumptions about hippos, while the Zubers stress that Jessica is the rare exception, not a template for interacting with wild hippos. Most pets learn to fetch a ball. This one learned to do the grocery shopping with his own little backpack. In the 1990s, a Japanese family nursed an injured king penguin back to health after he was found tangled in a fishing net. When he recovered, the penguin, named Lala, refused to leave. So the family built him his own special air-conditioned room under their house to keep him cool. One day, they took him to the local fish market, and Lala absolutely loved it. He started wanting to go back on his own. So the family did what any loving pet owner would do. They taught him the route and fitted him with a tiny penguin-shaped backpack. Every day, Lala would waddle out of his cool room, through the streets of his small town, and straight to the fish market. The fishmonger, who adored him, would greet him with a fresh sardine or mackerel to eat on the spot. Then, she'd place another fish in his backpack for him to carry home. He became such a beloved part of the community that neighbors would spray his feet with water on hot days to help him cool down. Lala's story is a beautiful reminder that sometimes the most extraordinary friendships come from the most unexpected rescues. You've probably heard the story of the Monkey Butler of India, who worked on the railways. The true story is even more incredible, but it didn't happen in India. The legend of a monkey officially employed by Indian Railways is a fantastic tale, but it's a myth. The real, documented story is about a baboon named Jack, and it took place in 19th century South Africa. Jack was the assistant to James Jumper Wide, a railway signalman who had lost both of his legs. Wide trained Jack to do things he no longer could, like pushing his wheelchair and, amazingly, operating the railway signal levers on command. The railway company was skeptical at first, but after they officially tested Jack's skills, they hired him. His salary was 20 cents a day and half a bottle of beer a week. For 9 years, Jack worked as a signalman, and, according to records, he never once made a mistake. The story is so amazing that it often gets misremembered as happening in India, where monkeys are common at railway stations. But this tale of the perfect employee, the original Monkey Butler, is a well-documented piece of South African history. Imagine waiting for someone you love, day after day, year after year, even when they're never coming back. This is the heartbreaking true story of the world's most loyal dog. In 1924, an Akita puppy named Hachiko began a new life with Professor Hidesaburo Ueno in Shibuya, Tokyo. Their bond quickly grew, forming a cherished daily routine. Hachiko would see the professor off to work each morning and meet him at Shibuya Station every evening. But on May 21, 1925, that routine shattered. Professor Ueno suffered a sudden cerebral hemorrhage and died, never returning to the station. Yet, Hachiko kept waiting. Despite being rehomed multiple times and even sent out of Tokyo, Hachiko would repeatedly escape, making his way back to Shibuya Station. He found a new home with Ueno's former gardener near the station, allowing him to continue his daily vigil. For an astonishing 9 years, 9 months, and 15 days, Hachiko appeared at the ticket gates every evening, at the exact time Ueno's train was due. Initially, passers-by and station staff were unkind, but an article in the Asahi Shimbun newspaper in 1932 transformed public perception. Hachiko became a national symbol of fidelity, drawing visitors who brought him food and honored his unwavering devotion. He died on March 8, 1935, at age 11. Today, his ashes rest beside Professor Ueno in Aoyama Cemetery, and his preserved pelt is displayed in a museum. The famous Hachiko statue at Shibuya Station remains one of Tokyo's most popular meeting spots, a testament to a bond that transcends life itself. Which animal story has impacted you the most? Share your favorite in the comments and follow for more true stories that will make you believe in unconditional love.